Don't skip. Stoic's true peace doesn't come from controlling the world around you. It comes from mastering the way you respond to it. And today we're going to explore how you can do just that. Let's get started. Number one, control your mind. Mind, have you ever felt like you were caught in a storm with no way out? A single criticism lingers in your mind, ruining your entire day. An unanswered message sends you spiraling, overthinking a dozen worst-case scenarios. One small failure snowballs into a flood of negativity, making you feel as if the whole world is against you. But let me tell you a truth that few people realize, that storm isn't outside of you. It's inside your mind. And if you learn to control it, you'll find something you've been searching for your entire life: inner peace. I used to be a slave to my own mind. If someone insulted me, I got angry. If things didn't go my way, I felt defeated. I lived like a tiny boat in the ocean, tossed around by the waves, never realizing that I could take control of the wheel. Then one day I came across a quote from Epictetus that changed everything. If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation that hit me like a slap in the face. No one could actually make me angry or hurt me. They simply acted or spoke as they wished. But my emotions, that was my choice. I realized it wasn't the world making me suffer. It was how I interpreted the world. From that moment on, I started practicing one simple principle that changed my life. Observe your mind instead of letting it control you. Try this: close your eyes and imagine someone saying something that upsets you. You feel the anger rising, don't you? Now, instead of letting it explode, pause and ask yourself, is it really their words that hurt me? Or is it my own thoughts about their words? Then ask yourself, can I control my reaction, and is there another way to see this situation? You'll realize that emotions don't happen to you. They are created by you. If you change how you think, you change how you feel, and when you control how you feel, you take control of your life. Imagine you're holding a burning coal in your hand. You're angry, you're in pain, yet you refuse to let go. You think gripping it tightly will hurt the other person, but the only one getting burned is you. Negative emotions work the same way: we cling to them. Anger, hurt, anxiety, as if they're a part of us. But if you learn to control your mind, you can release them all. And that is true. Freedom. Once you stop searching for peace outside and start cultivating it within, no one will ever have the power to hurt you again. So how do you practice this? First, learn to observe your thoughts when emotions surge. Don't react instantly. Step back, detach yourself, and watch them as if they don't belong to you. Next, recognize that you are not your emotions. Anger, anxiety, sadness, they don't define you. They're just passing waves on the surface of the ocean. Once you see this, you can control your reactions when faced with negativity. Ask yourself, can I respond differently? And finally, remember, nothing can hurt you unless you allow it to. What others say or do only affects you. If you give it permission to, you don't need to change the world to find peace. You don't need to control everything around you to be happy. Peace doesn't come from the outside. It comes from how you see the world. Like the eye of a storm, calm, steady, unaffected by the raging winds of life. You can be the eye of the storm in your own life, and it all starts with one thing: mastering your mind. Number two, accept everything as it is. Accept everything as it is. We often live under the false belief that we can control everything. We meticulously plan for the future, expecting things to unfold exactly as we wish. But when life takes an unexpected turn, we panic, grow frustrated, even suffer. The truth is, countless things are beyond our control: the weather, the actions of others, unforeseen events. If we keep resisting reality, we are only making ourselves miserable. Epictetus once said, "Do not seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Rather wish that what happens happens the way it happens." Then you will be happy when we stop imposing expectations on the world and instead accept it as it is. We find happiness, but acceptance does not mean surrender. Rearing or becoming passive, on the contrary, it is a state of awareness, one where we learn to distinguish between what we can control and what we cannot. Like a chess player, we cannot change our opponent's moves, but we can adjust our own strategy. Like a sailor, we cannot control the direction of the wind, but we can set our sails wisely to navigate the currents. So how do we practice acceptance in daily life? The first step is to clearly recognize the boundary between what is within our power and what is not. Our efforts are within our control, but outcomes are not. Our actions are ours to decide. But other people's thoughts and emotions are not. Once we understand this distinction, is the time to face it with courage. You may not control every turn life takes, but you can learn to flow with it and savor the ride. And when you do, you won't just find peace. You'll discover an extraordinary strength within yourself. Subscribe to the channel so we can continue building resilience, discovering value and finding strength together on this journey. Number 4. Be indifferent to praise, and be indifferent to praise and criticism. Criticism. Imagine you're walking through a bustling marketplace. Vendors call out to you from all directions, each with their own pitch, their own price, their own enticing offer. Some flatter you, you have a great eye for quality. Others criticize you, probably don't know how to choose properly. If you react to every single comment, you'll be exhausted before you even leave the market. But if you simply smile and keep walking, none of it will weigh on you. Life is just like that. Marketplace people will always have something to say about you. One day, you're a hero. The next day, you're a failure. If you let yourself be swayed by every opinion, you'll be trapped in an endless cycle of validation and rejection, of joy and despair. But if you choose indifference, not because you don't care, but because you understand that your worth isn't defined by praise or criticism, you will be truly free. What does this mean? It means you don't have to please everyone. If someone likes you, great. If someone doesn't, that's fine too. Stoics don't advise you to become cold or unfeeling. They simply want you to realize that your mind belongs to you, not to the crowd. Epicurus once said, "If anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said of you, but answer, he was ignorant of my other faults. Else he would not have mentioned these alone. If someone speaks badly about you, instead of scrambling to defend yourself or fix your reputation in their eyes, ask yourself, how many other flaws of mine have they not even noticed? Is it really worth your concern?" This perspective is paradoxical but incredibly liberating. Rather than worrying about how others judge you, remind yourself that you are imperfect, and that's perfectly okay. The truth is, no matter what you do, someone will always judge you. You could be the best version of yourself, and still there will be those who think you're not enough. So why waste your energy trying to shape your image to fit everyone's expectations? When you stop trying to control how others see you, you'll feel a profound sense of relief. But does indifference mean you stop striving for improvement? Not at all. In fact, the right kind of indifference makes you stronger, because when you are no longer controlled by praise or criticism, you can focus entirely on your goals. Try this before making any decision. Ask yourself, if no one were watching, if no one were there to praise or criticize, would you still do it? If the answer is yes, then you're on the right path. If the answer is no, then maybe you're only doing it for external validation. Instead of seeking approval from others, learn to evaluate yourself each night. Ask yourself, did I live according to my values today? Am I better than I was yesterday? If you can be satisfied with your answers, then the opinions of others lose their power over you. Think of the truly great figures in history: Socrates, Marcus Aurelius, Epicurus. They were criticized, even persecuted, but did that change them? No, they continued to live by their philosophy, unmoved by either praise or condemnation. So will you challenge yourself just for one day? Live without worrying about what others think of you. Say what you truly mean. Do what you believe is right, without seeking validation from anyone. And by the end of the day, you'll notice something: you feel lighter. Because in the end, when you stop chasing approval, you don't just find peace, you find yourself. Number 5, let go of the need to be right. Imagine yourself standing on a let go of the need to be right ship in the middle of the ocean. The sea is calm, The breeze is gentle and the sun shines brilliantly. But then someone walks up to you and says, "The sky isn't blue, it's purple." How do you feel? A bit annoyed, an urge to argue, a burning desire to prove them wrong? Now think carefully. If you debate with them, will the sky change color? Will they suddenly nod in agreement and admit you're right? Or are you simply wasting your energy fighting something that doesn't matter? Stoicism doesn't tell you to abandon the truth, but it does remind you that not every battle is worth fighting. If someone can make you angry, it's not because they are powerful, it's because you've handed them control over your emotions. Let's be honest, we don't argue just to find the truth. We argue to defend our ego. We crave valid validation. We fear being seen as foolish. We fear losing power. We fear not being smart enough. And in our obsession with always being right, we unknowingly sacrifice our inner peace. Our minds are like fortresses. Whenever someone challenges our belief,